It'll be Lane Bird to jump against Wide Hargis. Ball's in the air, tap control by Livingston. Harris had it for a moment, taken away. Bilbrey going to get to it and save it to Coffey. Coffey now with the first possession of the game for Livingston to Hargis. Hargis right side to Miller. Miller up top, Hargis. White's three in the air is bouncing, no good. Rebound taken away by Bird for ClarkRange. Bird now to Cordell wanting to run. Cordell has it knocked away and stolen by Hargis. Hargis controlling for the Wildcats. He has it knocked away, deflected away by Cordell and stolen away by Beatty. Beatty controlling for the Buffaloes. As ClarkRange brings it front court, they'll swing it left side now to Durham. Durham up top they go to Bird. Bird back to Durham on the left side. Durham there at the half-court circle. Durham works it right wing to Cordell. Cordell in the lane. His jumper with the left hand, no good. Rebound lost out of bounds. It'll go to Livingston Academy. Cordell may have had to change that left hand. I'm not sure if that's his strong hand or not. As Coffey to play the ball in on the inline. Brody goes inbounds to Harris to bring it front court. Harris now across the timeline for Livingston. Harris now to Coffey. Coffey dribbles to the right wing. Will hand off to Miller. Miller just sets and takes the three and knocks it down. Tucker Miller behind the three-point line by about 6 feet, knocks down the triple. And Livingston starts the boys' game the same way the girls did with a three, and they lead it 3-0. Beatty in the front court. Beatty up top now to Cordell. Cordell back cut, knocked away by Harris, stolen away by Coffey. Coffey leading the break. Oh, a pretty pass to Hargis. Layup good. Wide Hargis. Hargis lays it up and in for his first two. Livingston out 5-0 now as Durham brings it front court. Right side they go to Swallows. Swallows deep in three-point range, dribbling with the left hand. Picks up the dribble. Will hand off now to Bird. Bird backs it back out to Beatty at the half-court circle. Beatty now will dribble with the right hand. Hands off to Cordell. Cordell left side to Durham. Durham up top now to Swallows. Back to Durham on the give and go. Forces up a jumper, no good. Hits the floor hard. Livingston coming the other way with Hargis in the left corner. White will drive, spins inside, fall away good. Wide Hargis. And now they're going to take a moment to check on the ClarkRange player that went down. That was Justice Durham that fell hard on the other end. They'll check on him to make sure he's all right. The official decides that he is, and ClarkRange will play it in. Durham back to Bird. Now in the front court, Beatty will go to Swallows. Swallows spins inside, layup underneath, good. Brighton Swallows. Swallows lays it up and in for his first two. In the front court is Hargis. Hargis fall away on the right side, banking good. Wide Hargis, oh baby. White came to play tonight. He's got 6 early. We've got 5.5 to play, and Livingston's out 9-2. Long pass ahead to Swallows underneath. Swallows tries to power it up, will lay it up and in. Brighton Swallows, a good move inside to lay it up and in for his fourth. Harris in the front court to Hargis out top. Hargis will drive, gets inside, banks it, no good. Rebound tapped around and controlling, it's going to be Swallows. Swallows outlet deflected away by Harris and out of bounds, touched by last by the Wildcats. It's going to stay with ClarkRange. We'll have Cordell stepping out to throw it in, right side front court as he goes inbounds to Beatty. Beatty up top to Swallows. Swallows now between the circles. Dribbling with the right hand, will hand off now to Beatty. Beatty working there for ClarkRange. Dribbles, goes right wing now to Cordell. Cordell cut off on the baseline by Bilbrey, leans in, got away with a walk. He got the rebound, put it back up and in with the left hand. Cordell lays it up and in for his first two. ClarkRange has cut it to 3 at 9-6. Coffey up top for Livingston to set the offense. Coffey between the circles. Goes now to Bilbrey. Bilbrey to Miller on the right wing. Miller now to Harris up top. Cole will fake, will drive, floater in the lane, banking good, and he is fouled. Cole Harris able to bank it in after the contact. He'll draw the foul on ClarkRange as Harris to the line, trying to complete an old-fashioned three-point play. Foul going to go on Lane Bird, picking up his first foul of the quarter on ClarkRange. And Harris to the line, free throws good by Cole Harris. Harris has his third. Livingston leads it now 12-6. Their biggest lead has been 7. In the front court, Beatty makes the long pass to Cordell. His three in the left corner is good. Jack Cordell. Cordell knocks down the triple. Miller running the other way is going to be fouled by Beatty. Chris Beatty picks up his first, team second. In the first half, we'll put Tucker Miller on the free throw line to shoot 2. Miller going there for the Wildcats with exactly halfway through this first quarter. 4 minutes to play in the quarter as Miller steps up there. Puts the free throw on the way and bounced it home. Hit the front of the rim, kicked over and dropped through for his 4th point. Tucker extends the lead back to 4 at 13-9. Second free throw from Miller. This one's on the way. This one's good again. Miller makes them both, and Livingston's lead is 5, 14-9. Bringing it front court is Beatty. Beatty now to Durham. Durham on the right side, going to be pushed and fouled by Tucker Miller. Miller picks up his first foul of the quarter on Livingston. Coming at the 3:49 mark of the first quarter, and ClarkRange will play it in. Right side front court as Durham will step out to throw in. No, they've got Harris. Cole Harris picks up the foul. Inside, cutting to the rim, Bird, layup, good. Lane Bird lays it up and in, so Harris called for the foul. I didn't see him around, but Cole will drive down. He's going to be fouled up top by Durham. Justice Durham will pick up his first. So Cole Harris has 1 for Livingston. Team foul number 2 on ClarkRange as they may be correcting that foul a moment ago. Coffee to play the ball in. Goes now to Bilbrey. I'm not sure what they did. Corner with it is Hargis. Hargis backs it back out to Harris. Harris between the circles. Dribbles to the right wing. Cole working top of the key. Will hand off now to Bilbrey. Bilbrey going to drive. Gets in the lane back to Coffee. Coffee up top Hargis. White for 3. That one bounces no good. Rebound Bird for ClarkRange. He'll hand off now to Beatty. Beatty in the front court dribbling top of the key. Goes down low to Swallows. Swallows trying to back his way in. And as he goes, a push going to be called on wide Hargis. Hargis will pick up his first, team second here in the first quarter. 3:08 to play in the first when White picks up his first. It's a 3-point Livingston lead, 14-11. Beatty to throw in. Beatty gets it right back from Swallows inside. Back to Swallows on the right wing. He'll drive. Pull-up jumper on the baseline. No good. Cordell going to tap the rebound, but he has to jump over Cole Harris to do it. And Jack Cordell going to pick up his first, team's third here in the first half of play. And Livingston will play the ball in on the inline. Harris to play the ball in to Coffee. Coffee now will bring it across the timeline. Coffee works at front court, dribbling there at the half-court circle. Coffee high post to Harris at the right elbow. Cole will hand off to Bilbrey. Bilbrey will drive, gets inside, ball knocked away, but Bilbrey kept control of it. Miller up top. Tucker will fake, will drive, little contact. Tucker's layup's good. Tough shot with the right hand on the left side. Miller lays it up and in. He's got 7 now to lead Livingston, and the Wildcats back in front by 5, 16-11. Durham on the right side to Cordell. Up top, Swallows. Swallows turns and faces up, right side Cordell. Cordell will drive, gets in the lane, floater inside, rolling good. Jack Cordell. Soft touch by Cordell for his 7th point of the night. Hargis in the front court and a 3-point lead for Livingston. Bilbrey at the half-court circle. Bilbrey back to Hargis. Hargis tried to hit Miller, taken away by Cordell, and he stepped out of bounds. Cordell took it away, but he stepped on the sideline when he did, and the turnover by ClarkRange will give it right back to Livingston. Bilbrey to throw in for the Wildcats as he'll play it in. Right below us as the inbounds goes to Hargis to bring it front court. Now to Miller. Miller right wing, Coffee. Coffee to Miller, cutting inside. Cordell knocked it away. Who's it off of? It goes off Cordell. It will stay with Livingston Academy. Before they play it in, though, Cole Harris going to sit down. Rocco Carwile will come in replacing him with 1:56 to play in the first quarter. Coffee to throw in. To Carwile underneath. Carwile pushed and fouled by Durham. And Justice Durham has picked up his second. Team's 4th here in the... No, it's the 5th for ClarkRange. That should be 2 free throws here for Livingston. as Carlisle should go to the line, and they will put him on the line. I thought it was 5, but I looked up there and they hadn't changed it yet. I thought, well, they've been confused a little bit in the foul situation so far. I might have missed the change, but they do get the 5th, and Carlisle to the line to shoot 2. Rocco's free throw rolls no good. He'll have a second opportunity. 16-13 Livingston as the Wildcats lead by 3 as Carlisle steps back up there for Livingston. Second free throw on the way. That one's good as Carlisle gets his first point of the night. Beatty to bring it front court for ClarkRange. Beatty across the timeline, dribbling there at the half-court circle. High post they go to Cordell. Cordell swings it out to Swallows. Swallows dribbling with the right hand through the double team. Swallows gets down low but can't get the shot away. Pass deflected, but it gets out to Bo Ramsey, who's checked in for ClarkRange, wearing number 3. Bird with it at the half-court circle. Bird right side now to Beatty, deep in three-point range. Beatty looks to drive. Beatty gets down low, fall away on the baseline, no good. Cordell had the rebound knocked away by Bilbrey, but it goes right to Ramsey. Swallows between the circles, right side now to Bird. Wild finish to the girls' game as Bird goes right wing now to Ramsey. Pass knocked away by Carlisle. It's loose. ClarkRange will keep it. No, they stepped on the sideline. It Swallows. Livingston scores 4 points in the last 5 seconds to win it 59-58. They tell me that we didn't get the live finish on, so Tyler is working feverishly to try to get the video put up so that you can see that finish as Livingston girls won 59-58. High post Carlisle at the right elbow. Right side to Bilbrey. Back inside Carlisle. He'll take the jumper on the right side. Banking no good. Rebound pulled away by Cordell. Now to Ramsey running. Ramsey lob down low. Swallows. Swallows jumper in the lane. Banking no good. Coffey with the rebound, but Swallows took it away. Got Coffey off the floor. Laid it up and in. Brighton Swallows with the layup. He's got 6 of their 15, and ClarkRange has cut it to 2 at 17-15 with 25 seconds to play in the quarter. Hargis hands off to Bilbrey. Bilbrey now to Miller. Miller will drive. Tucker in the lane trying to draw contact. Does so and will go to the line to shoot 2 as the foul will go on Bo Ramsey, picking up his first. Tucker Miller, the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Wildcats. He goes there with 20 seconds to play in the quarter as Miller stepping up there for Livingston Academy. Miller puts the free throw on the way and knocks it down. Tucker with 8 points for Livingston extends the lead back to 3 at 18-15. Second free throw coming up from Miller as he'll step back up there for Livingston Academy. Miller at the line. Second free throw, good again. Tucker makes them both there. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line, has 9 points here in the first quarter. Chris Beatty to bring it front court for ClarkRange as we move under 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Ramsey on the left side. Up top, Bird with 5 seconds. Bird back to Beatty. Deep 3 by Beatty is lodged between the rim and the backboard. That's a jump ball, and it will stay with ClarkRange. They'll keep it with 2 seconds to play in the quarter as they'll play it in on the end line. Chris Beatty stepping up to throw in. Plenty of time to get a shot away here in the first quarter. As Beatty to throw in. Goes to Ramsey. Ramsey's 3 at the buzzer is good. Bo Ramsey knocks down the 3 at the buzzer to get the finish for ClarkRange to end the quarter. And after one complete, it's Livingston Academy 19, ClarkRange 18. Time now for our Smith Septic scoring summary after one quarter of play as the Wildcats lead by 1 after the first quarter, 19-18. Scoring the first quarter for Livingston, Wildcats being led by Tucker Miller with 9 points in the quarter. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line, has made 1 3-point field goal. 6 points for Wyatt Hargis, 3 for Cole Harris. He was 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And Rocco Carwile with 1 point on 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Livingston went 6 of 7 from the free throw line, made 1 3-point field goal. For ClarkRange, Jack Cordell leading the Buffaloes with 7. He's made 1 3. 6 points for Brighton Swallows, 3 for Bo Ramsey on the 3 to end the quarter, and 2 for Lane Bird. ClarkRange made 2 threes. They didn't get to the free throw line. That's your Smith Septic scoring summary after 1 quarter. Smith Septic, call them before you have an issue at 265-3575. Bilbrey at the half-court circle for Livingston. Bilbrey working the ball there for the Wildcats. Daniel with the 5-second count going, gets the separation to break that 5. Now to Harris. Harris back to Bilbrey. Left wing they go to Hargis. To Harris Kane inside. Cordell knocked it away, but knocked it out of bounds. Touched last by ClarkRange. It's going to stay with Livingston Academy. Wildcats will play it in on the end line with Harris stepping out to throw in. Lob in the lane to Carwile. Touch pass down low. Harris layup good. Cole Harris. Harris lays it up and in. He's got his 5th for the Wildcats. First 2 of the second quarter for Livingston. They move back in front by 3, 21-18. Beatty in the front court for ClarkRange. Beatty dribbling on the right side. Had it knocked away, saves it out to Cordell up top, and he's going to be held and fouled by Harris. As the foul, let's wait and see what they say. Cole picks up this one. That is his first, so they did change the other one to Tucker Miller where it should have been. I thought that Harris was nowhere close to the play when they called the first foul on him. So Hargis has 1, Harris has 1, and Miller has 1 foul in the first half for Livingston. Beatty in the front court for ClarkRange. Left side, Bird. Bird in the corner now to Cordell. Cordell spins back to the left hand. They double team. He goes inside Swallows. Jumper in front. Good. Brighton Swallows. Swallows right in front. Scores his 8th point to lead ClarkRange. Bilbrey up top. Hargis between the circles. Hargis going to set it up as Livingston leads by 1, 21-20. Harris. High post they go to Carwile. Carwile steps inside. Little scoop layup, no good. Rebound tapped out by Bilbrey. Controlled by Harris. Jumper in the lane, good, and he is fouled. Cole Harris has a chance at another 3-point play. It wouldn't have been possible without the tip by Daniel Bilbrey. Foul going to go on Bo Ramsey, picking up his 2nd. First of the second quarter on ClarkRange. Harris free throw line drive is good, and Cole has 5 in the quarter, 8 in the game. Beatty now to bring it front court for ClarkRange. Beatty in the front court to Bird on the right wing. On the baseline they go Cordell. Cordell now to Beatty. His 3 rims out. Carwile taps the rebound to Hargis. Hargis now to Bilbrey. Bilbrey no look to Harris. Harris gets inside. Shot blocked away by Swallows. Bilbrey got it back. Out top Carwile. Carwile jumper in the lane. Banking no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and ClarkRange has a player shaken up. Hit the wall hard. That's the thing about here at ClarkRange. You're right on the wall when you're going down the floor, and that's Cordell holding his head as he went into that mat. They do have the protective mat on the floor, but it's probably 3, maybe 4 feet between the out-of-bounds line and the wall. Cordell going to stay in there. They have to take him out, I think. Yeah, they will have to take him out. He's a little woozy. When he went over there to guard that inbounder, he was a little wobbly. Anytime the coach comes out, they've got to take him out. Going to have the trainer come down from Livingston to check on him. As coming back in is Justice Durham. Will be Carwile to throw in for Livingston. Up top to Miller. Miller left side, Bilbrey. Bilbrey down low to Carwile posting up. Rocco looks to drive, gets inside on Swallows. Scoops it up, no good. Rebound knocked out again by Bilbrey and knocked out of bounds by Livingston. It's going to go to ClarkRange as Bilbrey again just getting a fingernail on that one to keep it alive. But it will go to the Buffaloes as Bo Ramsey stepping out to throw in with 5:49 to play in the first half. Livingston's lead is 4, 24-20. Ramsey goes inbounds to Bird. Back to Ramsey in the front court. Swallows. Swallows has it knocked away and stolen by Bilbrey. Bilbrey in the front court to the rim. Layup good. Daniel Bilbrey. That speed of Daniel Bilbrey, there's no substitute for it as Bilbrey lays it up and in for his first two. Puts Livingston back in front by 6, 26-20. Beatty going to drive. That's Durham. His jumper's no good. Durham got it back, lays it up and in. Justice Durham with his first two. Bilbrey quickly the other way. Jumper good. Daniel Bilbrey got it down the floor before they even knew what was happening, and Bilbrey lays it up and in for his fourth point of the quarter. Right side, the three ball by Bird is good. Lane Bird knocks down the three for ClarkRange. Bilbrey in the front court for Livingston to Hargis. It's a 3-point Livingston lead, 28-25. Bilbrey back to Hargis. Right side they go to Miller. Miller back to Hargis. Wasn't expecting it. Can he save it? He does. Hargis just able to save that one before it got out of bounds. Miller to Bilbrey on the right side. Bilbrey back to Miller up top. Tucker for three. Money! Tucker Miller into double figures. He's got his second three. 12 points on the night for the sophomore to put Livingston in front by 6 again, 31-25. The front court with it is Ramsey. Back out to Beatty. Beatty will drive in the corner, Durham. Durham, three ball to answer, is off the back of the iron, no good. Swallows with an offensive rebound. Swallows kicks it out to Beatty. He'll take a three. That one's no good. Bilbrey with the rebound. Bilbrey wanting to run, and Bird just bodying up with him. Too much body by Lane Bird to pick up his second foul of the game. Team second in the quarter, as it will be Rocco Carwile coming back in for Livingston. He comes in replacing Hargis. Wildcats to play it in the backcourt with Bilbrey going inbounds to Harris, right back to Bilbrey. Bilbrey will bring it across the timeline as we're halfway through the second quarter with Livingston leading 31-25. Harris will drive, gets inside, pulls up in the lane. Jumper bounces, no good. Cole trying to follow his own shot, going to hit the floor hard. But I think they've got a foul on ClarkRange here. It will go on Justice Durham, and he'll pick up his third. Durham picks up number 3 with 3:58 to play in the half, and Livingston will play the ball in on the inline, and Durham will sit down. Cordell coming back in. Good to see him back in. Carwile, left elbow jumper, no good. Swallows with the rebound for ClarkRange. Swallows now in the front court to Bird. Bird to Cordell on the left side. Cordell will drive, and as he goes, foul going to be called on Livingston, and Jack Cordell will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul going to go on Rocco Carwile, picking up his first. Team second in the quarter. Cordell to the line, though, on the shooting foul, stepping up there for the first time. ClarkRange being led in scoring by Brighton Swallows. If Cordell makes them both, he can pass him. Free throw here is good by Cordell. So Cordell has 8. Swallows has 8 for ClarkRange. They cut the lead back to 5 at 31-26. Second free throw coming up from Cordell. Dribbling the basketball there. Second free toss is on the way and good. Cordell makes them both to cut the lead back to 4 at 31-27. Coffee in the front court halfway through the second quarter. Miller on the left wing. Up top, Harris. Harris will drive on Cordell with the right hand. Now changes to the left to lay it up and in. Cole Harris getting to the rack. He's got 7 in the quarter, 10 in the game for the Wildcats. There's a steal by Coffee. 3-on-1. Coffee going to keep it all the way to the rim. Layup no good. Cordell with the rebound. Coffee knocked it away, but right to Beatty. Ramsey in the front court. Right side threes and air ball. And on the rebound, a foul going to be called on Livingston. Boxing out inside. Cole Harris is going to pick up the personal. Harris will pick up his second. Team's third here in the second quarter. Wide Hargis checking back in for Livingston. He'll replace Cole Harris, as it will be Chris Beatty to throw in on the baseline. Beatty plays it into Swallows. Swallows dribbling with the right hand, backs it back out. Oh, Bilbrey took it away. Daniel just picked his pocket and gets the layup. Daniel Bilbrey with the steal and the finish. He's got 6 all in this second quarter, and the Wildcats lead it by 8, 35-27, and ClarkRange wants to talk about it. 3:05 to play in the half. We'll be back to ClarkRange right after this.
Hello friends, are you in the market for a new mattress or bedroom suite? Puckett's Furniture is your Tempur-Pedic and Sealy Posturepedic mattress dealer. Take advantage of Puckett's low price guarantee. plus up to 80% off of our Jameson solid latex mattress sets, putting thousands of dollars in your pocket. Queen mattress.
Livingston lead is 8, 35-27, as the Wildcats in the quarter have put up 16 to ClarkRange 9, as they led by 1 at the end of the first quarter, 19-18. They lead it now 35-27 over ClarkRange here in this boys matchup, as it will be the basketball to be played in by ClarkRange, as they'll throw it in on the end line. Lane Bird stepping out to throw in. Bird, Beatty, Cordell, Swallows, and Ramsey for ClarkRange. For Livingston, it's Bilbrey, Coffey, Miller, Carwile, and Hargis. Beatty in the front court. Goes right side now to Bird. Bird with the left-hand dribble will skip it in the corner. Cordell. Cordell going to drive. Works his way on the baseline. Back out top, Bird. Left-handed three in the air is no good. Rebound, Carwile wanting to run. Bilbrey always wanting to run in the front court to Coffey. Coffey will drive. Gets to the rim. Layup good. Brody Coffey. Coffey, a little finger roll inside for his first two. And the Wildcats out by 10 again, 37-27. Cordell in the front court. Cordell double teamed, in trouble. Cordell picks up the dribble, backs it back out to Swallows. Swallows on the right side with the left-hand dribble. Now to Ramsey back in there. To Bird, back out. Swallows able to save that one from getting out of bounds. To Ramsey cutting on the baseline. Now to Cordell. Cordell going to be tied up by Hargis. No, they're going to call a reach on wide Hargis. Hargis going to be called for the foul. He'll pick up his second. Team's fourth in the quarter. So for the next 2:07, ClarkRange is in the bonus. ClarkRange has been called for 3 in the second quarter, so they've got 1 to give. As the inbounds goes to Cordell on the right side. Cordell in the lane. Left-hand jumper, good. Jack Cordell. Pretty ball fake by Cordell to get him into double figures with 11. Bilbrey quickly the other way to Coffey. To Harris, spotted for 3. That one's bouncing, no good. Rebound tapped by Coffey. Cordell, I thought he was out of bounds when he had control of it, but he'll save it off of Coffey, and it will go to ClarkRange. Cordell to play it in on the inline as he'll throw in to Beatty. Beatty now to walk it up the floor for the Buffaloes, as we've got 1:45 to play in the first half, with Livingston leading 37-29. Bird skip pass deflected away by Harris, but gets to Cordell. To Bird breaking to the rim. Layup good. Lane Bird. Bird 5 in the quarter, 7 in the game. 4 straight by ClarkRange. Has cut it back to 6 at 37-31. Miller at the half-court stripe to Coffey on the right wing. Coffey will drive with the left hand. Gets inside. Try to go to Bilbrey. It's knocked away. Swallows got to it. Now what have we got? A jump ball called, and the arrow is going to give it to ClarkRange. Buffaloes will have possession coming out of the timeout. Take a moment to clean some sweat up off the floor there where the players hit the floor. It's not easy, or it's not hard to break a sweat tonight here in ClarkRange. As you know, it's always a little warm when you come in here. As the Buffaloes, Lane Bird wiping some of the sweat off the basketball on that mat down at the end of the floor, as they continue to clean up some sweat out there on the floor. 1:45 to play in the first half here in ClarkRange, with Livingston leading 37-31 over the Buffaloes. Girls game, Livingston won that one 59-58 with Keely Mullins hitting a layup with about a second and a half to go to win it over ClarkRange after trailing by 10 in the fourth quarter. Ramsey in the front court to Cordell. Cordell turns to his right. Jumper in the air, no good. Rebound Bilbrey for Livingston. Cordell reaching in to try to tie him up, and they'll call the jump ball. Jump ball going to be called, and the arrow going to give it to Livingston. Carwile to play it in on the inline, as he'll go inbounds to Bilbrey. Bilbrey in the front court to Coffey. Coffey dribbling with the right hand, back out top to Bilbrey. Bilbrey right side, Coffey in three-point range to Bilbrey cutting the lane. Bounce pass to Carwile. Carwile spins inside, works his way back baseline, and a foul going to be called on Swallows on that move by Carwile. Brighton Swallows will pick up his first, team's fourth. They had 1 to give, so now for the next minute 17, Livingston will be in the bonus as Miller to throw in right side front court. He'll go to Bilbrey on the right wing. Bilbrey back to Miller. Tucker for three. Got it! Tucker Miller has his third three. He's got 6 points in the quarter, 15 in the game, and the Wildcats back out by 9, 40-31. As we move under a minute to play in the half, Cordell looking to drive. But as he goes, a foul going to be called on Livingston. Foul on the Wildcats will go on Daniel Bilbrey. Bilbrey picks up his first, team's fifth. This will put Jack Cordell on the free throw line to shoot two. He goes there, 2 of 2 from the free throw line tonight, has 11 points to lead ClarkRange. Free throw here is good. Hit his head pretty hard on that protective mat on the other end of the floor. Good to see him back out there for the Buffaloes and playing well. Cordell to shoot a second free throw. The second free throw is on the way by the left-hander. That's no good. Rebound, Coffey. Coffey now to Harris to bring it up court as he'll work it across the timeline. Harris at the half-court circle. Now to Miller. Miller left wing, Bilbrey. Bilbrey holding the ball high above his head. Now to Carwile. Carwile back to Harris. Left wing three by Cole. Bang! Cole Harris knocks down his first three. He's got 10 in the quarter, 13 in the game for the junior. Beatty in the front court with 30 seconds. Beatty will drive. The Swallows on the baseline. Little up and under move. Jumper's no good. Swallows gets his own rebound, powers it back up and in. Swallows in the double figures. He's got 10 now for the Buffaloes as Miller brings it front court with 15 seconds to play in the half. Miller at the half-court circle. Miller double-teamed over the top of it to Bilbrey. Bilbrey will drive, gets inside. Jumper's no good, but a foul going to be called on ClarkRange, and Daniel Bilbrey will go to the line to shoot two. They're trying to find the number of the player that picked up the foul. It's going to go on Lane Bird, picking up his third, team's fifth. Bilbrey at the line shooting two for the Wildcats. Daniel going there, trying to extend the lead back to double digits. Free throw by Bilbrey is no good. Bilbrey, first trip to the free throw line. He'll attempt another here. 6 points on the night for Daniel Bilbrey as he'll step back up there for the Wildcats. Second free throw. That one bounces no good. Bird with the rebound with 5 seconds. Oh, Ramsey just took 3 steps. That jumper's no good. Rebound to Drew Goolsby checked in. He'll fling it from full court. It's no good. We're at halftime. At halftime, it's Livingston Academy 43, ClarkRange 34. We'll check the scoring in this one in just a little bit.
Bluetooth connected.
Time now for our Smith Septic scoring summary here at halftime. As at the half, the Wildcats of Livingston Academy lead ClarkRange 43-34. It was a one-point game at the end of the first quarter. Livingston extended the lead to as many as 10, and they lead it now by 9, 43-34 at halftime. As we'll tell you, Smith Septic. Call them before you have a septic problem, 265-3575 for Smith Septic. For ClarkRange, Buffalo's being led by Jack Cordell. 12 points in the first half for Cordell, including 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He's made 1 3-point field goal. 10 points at halftime for Brighton Swallows. 7 in the first half for Lane Bird. He's made a 3-point field goal. 3 points in the first half for Bo Ramsey on a three-pointer at the buzzer to end the first quarter. And 2 points at halftime for Justice Durham to give them their total of 34. ClarkRange got to the free throw line 4 times. They made 3 of 4 as Cordell, the only player to shoot free throws for ClarkRange, and they have made 3 3-point field goals. For the Wildcats, big first half by Tucker Miller. 15 points at halftime for Miller, including 3 3-point field goals. He was 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 13 points for Cole Harris at halftime. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, made 1 3-point field goal. 6 points in the first half for Wyatt Hargis. 6 at halftime for Daniel Bilbrey. Daniel was 0 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points in the first half for Brody Coffey. 1 for Rocco Carwile as he went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Livingston as a team got to the line 10 times. They made 7 of 10 from the free throw line, and they have converted on 3 3-point field goals in the first half of play, and the Wildcats lead it 43-34 at the half. Girls game earlier, Livingston won that one 59-58 on a last-second layup by Keely Mullins. Let's take a look now at our sponsors here on Overton Events, as we want to say thank you to them for making our broadcast possible. People's Bank and Trust Company, Milton Rains and Family, Farm Bureau Insurance, Smith Septic Service, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Compliments of a Wildcat Fan, Highway Tire, Livingston Label, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Family Healthcare, Livingston Regional Hospital, First Church of Livingston, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Jerry's IGA, Puckett's Furniture, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Wascon Incorporated, Maynard Auto Sales, and R&M Family Pharmacy, our sponsors here on Overton Events. If you're watching us on YouTube, give us a subscription there on YouTube. It won't cost you anything to subscribe. If you're watching us on Facebook, give us a follow on our Facebook page. Share our Facebook videos for us. Help us grow our channel on both platforms as the basketball belongs to ClarkRange. To start the second half of play, Buffaloes will get Lane Bird to throw in, as he'll play it in left side front court. Cheerleaders down talking to each other from their respective schools. They wait for them to get situated back on the other end for the Lady Wildcats cheerleaders, and now some fans making their way down the sideline. A lot of congestion right there before they play this one in. It's like West Main Street in Livingston at 4 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. The inbounds goes to Beatty to bring it front court. Beatty across the timeline, right side to Bird. They're joined by Cordell, Swallows, and Durham. Oh, a pretty pass. Cordell, layup good. Swallows found him on the touch pass, and Jack Cordell lays it up and in for his 14th point of the game. Livingston, their first possession of the second half as Coffey brings it front court. Coffey, high post Harris. Harris with the left-hand dribble will hand off Bilbrey. Bilbrey inside Hargis. Hargis powers his way down low. The jumper on the glass banking, no good. Rebound taken away by Bird for ClarkRange. For Livingston, it's Bilbrey, Miller, Harris, Coffey, and Hargis for the Wildcats. Bird in the front court on the left wing. Bird lob in the lane. Swallows made a good catch. Swallows will kick it out to Durham. Deep three on the right side is no good. Long rebound to Hargis with a chance to run. Hargis in the front court, going to slow it down against Cordell and going to draw a foul on Cordell. Jack Cordell will pick up a cheap one there as he'll be called for his second. Team's first here in the second half, as it'll be Coffey stepping out to throw in for Livingston Academy. Coffey plays it into Miller at the half-court circle. Miller now to Bilbrey. Now to Hargis on the left side. Hargis up top, Harris. Cole can't get the three away. Will drive around Durham, and on the drive to the rim, will draw a foul on ClarkRange. Will go to the line to shoot two. Is the foul going to go on Jack Cordell, picking up his third. And that one a few moments ago becomes a bigger foul now as Cole Harris to the line for the Wildcats. A chance to tie Tucker Miller to lead all scorers. Free throw by Harris is good. Cole 1 in the quarter, 14 in the game now for Livingston, as Cordell going to sit down. Bo Ramsey will come back in replacing him. Second free throw from Harris, trying to make this a 9-point game. This one's on the way, no good. Rebound tapped by Miller, but tapped out of bounds by Livingston. Touched last by the Wildcats, so ClarkRange will play it in to Beatty. Beatty back to Bird against pressure now by Livingston. They're 2-2-1. Bird behind the back against the pressure. Over the top of it, sailed it into the student section. And who is that diving into the student section? That's Durham trying to get to it. Comes out of there all right. It'll be Livingston playing it in as Harris surrounded there in front of the student section. Will play it in to Coffey. Coffey now to bring it front court. Great student section here at ClarkRange. Very knowledgeable and a very good student section, but there's nothing like the Central Magnet student section. When you went into a student section there to throw it in, they just really kind of stepped close to the floor. Coffey, left side three ball by Brody is good. Brody Coffey knocks down his first triple. He's got 5, and the Wildcats lead it by 11, and there's a turnover by ClarkRange. Livingston's pressure speeding them up, forcing the turnover, and the Wildcats will play it in on the end line. Miller to bring it front court for Livingston. To Coffey now to set the offense. To Hargis. Hargis left side, Bilbrey. Bilbrey to Harris at the high post. Harris to Hargis on the right side. Up top, Bilbrey. Around the Harris screen. Back out to Hargis. Cole spotted for three. Rather, White spotted for three. It's no good. Rebound taken away by Durham. Bird, long pass knocked away by Harris to Miller. Miller back to Harris. Layup good. Cole Harris. Harris got the steal. Miller found him at the rim for the finish. And the Wildcats have extended the lead to 13, 49-36. Timeout called by ClarkRange. 5:44 to play in the third. Back to ClarkRange right after this.
Hello, friends. I'm L.G. Puckett with Puckett's Pond. I'm a professional numismatist and a 60-year member of A&A. I'm a strong buyer and collector of coins, gold, silver, and precious metals. If you want to buy, sell, trade, or pawn, then come on in and visit my money museum. It's in the back of Puckett's Furniture. I've got
Livingston extending the lead to 13, 49-36 over the Buffaloes. Lane Bird stepping out to throw in on the baseline as he'll play it in to Beatty. Beatty back to Bird now for ClarkRange. Back to Beatty. Beatty long pass ahead to Swallows. Swallows cut off on the baseline. Double team there, able to step through it, get inside and score it right at the rim. Brighton Swallows 2 in the quarter. He's got 12 in the game. Hargis up top for Livingston. Hargis will drive, gets inside, fall away in the lane. Good, wide, Hargis. White with a little fall away in the paint. You don't see those too often anymore. There's a deflection by Coffey. Miller can't get to it, though. Knocked away by Brody and out of bounds. Touched last by the Wildcats. It will go back to ClarkRange. Ramsey to throw the ball in for the Buffaloes. They'll move him over in the front court. He'll play it back court, though, to Beatty to bring it across the timeline. Beatty picks up the dribble to Ramsey on the right side. Livingston looks to trap, and ClarkRange throws it away. That trap coming quickly. Ramsey sailed it over the head of the player he was trying to throw it to, and Ramsey going to sit down. Jack Cordell going to come back in for ClarkRange with the 3 fouls. Inbounds goes to Hargis. Now to Miller. Miller right side, Coffey. Coffey on the right wing for Livingston. He'll just elevate and take the 3. Rim's no good. Rebound Durham for ClarkRange. Durham now to Swallows. Swallows to Cordell to bring it front court. Cordell works his way all the way to the baseline. Gets inside, blocked by Hargis. Cordell will save it, though. Durham will drive. A little floater on this near side, no good. Cordell with the rebound, back up and in. Jack Cordell, 4 in the quarter. He's got 16 in the game. Miller the other way for Livingston. Jumper inside, good. Tucker Miller. Miller, 2 in the quarter. He's got 17 in the game. The backcourt with it is Durham. And Durham's pushed and fouled by Miller. Tucker kind of gives the body language of saying, why did I do that, as he picks up his second. Personal, team's first here in the third quarter. And it'll be ClarkRange to play it in the backcourt with Justice Durham stepping out to throw in. As he goes inbounds to Beatty in the front court. Cordell to Swallows on the right baseline. As he spins, he's going to draw a foul on wide Hargis. Hargis going to pick up his third. First player for Livingston to pick up as many as 3, and this will put Brighton Swallows on the free throw line to shoot 2. Swallows going there with 4:11 to play in the third. Free throw by Swallows is good. Brighton 3 in the quarter, 13 in the game. ClarkRange being led by Jack Cordell with 16. Livingston being led by Tucker Miller with 17. Cole Harris in double figures with 16. Second free throw by Swallows, no good. Cordell with an offensive rebound back up, blocked by Coffey. Cordell will try again. Rebound taken away by Miller. Miller ahead to Coffey, running the floor on a pretty pass. Layup good. Brody Coffey. Oh, Tucker Miller softly dropped it ahead to Coffey, who laid it up and in for his 7th point. Long pass ahead to Swallows. Swallows on the right side. Double team deflection, but gets to Bird. Up top, Cordell. Cordell with the left-hand dribble. Spins back to his right hand. Drops it off to Swallows. Open at the rim. Layup good. Brighton Swallows. Good pass there by Jack Cordell. Swallows has 15 now for ClarkRange. Miller, deep 3. Money! And Livingston wants a timeout. Tucker Miller from deep knocks down his 3rd triple, his 4th triple. He's
quality care.
And the Wildcats leading now 58-43. Miller has 20. And that one was 5 or 6 feet behind the line for Tucker Miller. As the Wildcats pulling away now against ClarkRange here in this third quarter. Again, the Bantam tournament coming up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. at Wilson. Join us for the coverage. Championship games will be somewhere in the 4, 5, 6 o'clock range tomorrow afternoon. The tournament gets underway with the play-in games at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning at Wilson Elementary. You can see those games here on Overton Events. It'll be ClarkRange to play the ball in on the inline. Shirt untucked over there now for Coach Miller. First time I've brought that up this season. Kara's here at the game, so she doesn't get to hear me to courts, they don't do that anymore. Cordell now to Bird. Bird to Beatty. Beatty in the front court, Durham. Durham on the left side. Durham with the right-hand dribble up top to Bird. Right side, Beatty. Beatty has it go off the foot of Miller, picked up by Miller. Miller running for Livingston to Bilbrey to the rim. Layup good, Daniel Bilbrey. Bilbrey 2 in the quarter. He's got 8 in the game. Wildcats out by 17 now, 60-43. Cordell across the timeline. 2 Swallows off his hands and out of bounds. Turnover by ClarkRange. We'll give it back to Livingston Academy. Inbounds goes to Miller. Miller now to bring it front court for Livingston. Working top of the key and whistle stopping play. May not have started the clock. May be the issue. Livingston will play the ball in. Bilbrey goes inbounds to Coffey. Coffey across the timeline, working at top of the key. Coffey will hand off to Drew Goolsby back in there for Livingston. The Coffey on the right side. Brody will drive. Layup no good. Fouled before the shot by Lane Bird. And Bird, we have him with 4. That's team foul number 3 on Livingston here in the third, rather on ClarkRange here in the third. Bird going to sit down with the 4 fouls. They've got Jack Cordell with 3. Miller, deep 3. Oh, baby! Tucker Miller knocks down his 5th triple. He's got 8 in the quarter, 23 in the game. Beatty in the backcourt. Beatty to Cordell. Cordell across the timeline. In the corner to Ramsey. Ramsey will fake, will drive, and will throw it away. Turnover by ClarkRange. We'll give it back to Livingston. Tucker Miller has made 5 threes. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Has 23 points to lead all scorers. And official stopping play as they're going to get Ramsey off the floor. It's ClarkRange coming to replace him. Is going to be number 1, Braden England checking in. As the inbounds goes to Bilbrey. Bilbrey. Little back cut to Harris. It's knocked away by England. Harris diving to try to save it. And he and Cordell are going to tie it up. And the arrow is going to give it to ClarkRange. And now I think a technical foul has been called here. I didn't see what happened, but I think a technical foul called on ClarkRange. As we'll see what the call is here. The officials will get together to talk about it. That 3 by Tucker has made it a 20-point game, 63-43, with 2:18 to play in the third quarter. The officials discussing the foul underneath. Technical foul has been called, I believe. We'll see if they make an announcement. Looks like the foul going to go on Braden England. They're going to call the coaches together now for a meeting over there after that play on the floor. Foul on England, his first. Team's 4th here in the third quarter. Livingston should get 2 free throws here and then the basketball. Officials still talking about it over there. Girls game earlier, Livingston won that one 59-58. Boys game here, Livingston leads this one 63-43. As they continue to talk, they may have a double technical here. Now we'll just see if they explain it here over the PA system. Still talking to Coach Brent Logan for the ClarkRange Buffaloes. They are shooting technical free throws with Tucker Miller at the free throw line. This one's on the way and good. So Livingston is shooting the technical free throws. Miller to shoot a second here. This one's on the way. This one's good. So now let's see what else is going on here. Of course, can't hear the explanation by the official, but they do shoot the technical free throws, and now Livingston's going to play the ball in on the end line, so it is a technical. Oh, they'll play it in on the sideline here. So it is a technical on ClarkRange. They don't have it on the board, but I believe it was on Braden England for the Buffaloes. Has Coffee to play the ball in. (65-43). Miller stays perfect at the free throw line. He's 6 of 6. The inbounds goes to Bilbrey. Bilbrey in the front court to Miller, to Goolsby. Goolsby on the left side. High post Harris at the elbow. Harris now to Goolsby. Goolsby kicks it out to Coffee. Oh, he had a lane if he wanted to take it right to the paint, but decides to back it up, back out and reset. High post Harris. Harris to Miller. Tucker for 3. Yes, sir! Tucker Miller on fire. His 6th triple. He's got now 28 for the Wildcats in the backcourt with it. Is ClarkRange, and a timeout going to be called by ClarkRange. Let's see. As the whistle stops play, and no, it wasn't a timeout. He pointed like it was a timeout. But Coach Logan must have said he didn't want a timeout, and ClarkRange will play it in. Cordell to throw in for the Buffaloes. Goes inbounds to Beatty. Chris Beatty will bring it across the timeline. Right side to number 5, Jay Tinch in there for the first time. Swallows now will back it back out for ClarkRange. Swallows to Cordell, to Tinch, cutting to the rim. Layup good. Jay Tinch. Tinch coming in to score his first 2. ClarkRange cuts it down to 23, 68-45. Bilbrey in the front court for Livingston. Bilbrey to Harris. Harris deep in three-point range. Cole will take the 3. It's bouncing, no good. Rebound coming away to Swallows. Swallows to bring it front court. Swallows working there against the pressure by Livingston. Picks up the dribble. Now to Cordell as we move under a minute to play in the third quarter. Cordell double team, steps through it. He'll take the jumper and knock it down. Jack Cordell, 6 in the quarter. He's got 18 in the game to lead ClarkRange. Goolsby in the front court. Right side, Coffee. Coffee, high post Harris, spins to his left hand. Cole in the lane, jumper banking, no good. Rebound tapped, and Swallows will control it for ClarkRange. Swallows, long pass to Beatty. Now to Durham in the front court. Durham walked with the basketball. Took an extra step. I'm not sure that Cordell hasn't done that a couple of times and gotten away with it. But they call Durham with that one, and the turnover going to give it back to Livingston. Let's see if they hold for the last shot of the quarter with 33 seconds to play, with Livingston leading 68-47. Coffee going to walk it up for the Wildcats. Now to Miller. Miller right side, Goolsby. Goolsby back to Miller. Tucker from the volleyball line. That one's no good. Bilbrey taps the rebound, but taps it out of bounds. Touch last by Livingston that will go to ClarkRange. Buffaloes to play it in on the end line as Tinch stepping out to throw in. Plays it into Beatty. Back to Tinch against 2-2-1 pressure. Tinch, long pass stolen by Goolsby. Goolsby in the front court for Livingston. Goolsby will drive. Left corner, Bilbrey. Daniel for 3. Bouncing, no good. Tap by Coffee, no good. And on the rebound, the foul going to be called, I think, on Cole Harris. Harris going to be called for that one as he'll pick up his 3rd, team's 3rd in the quarter. And it'll be ClarkRange to play the ball in on the end line. Inbounds goes to Beatty with 3 seconds. I don't think he realizes that. Takes a look at the clock. He'll take the half-court jumper. It's no good, and we're through 3. After 3 complete, it's Livingston 68, ClarkRange 47.
Hello, friends. Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954. As you know, Puckett's has been in continuous operation for over 68 years, selling high-end quality brands to thousands of families throughout Middle Tennessee. Did you know we have a low price guarantee? If within 30 days of your purchase,
Time now for our Smith Septic scoring summary after 3 quarters of play. Call Smith Septic before you have an issue with your septic system at 265-3575. Huge game for Tucker Miller. 28 points for Miller, including 6 3-point field goals. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 16 points for Cole Harris. Harris is 2 of 3 from the free throw line, has made 1 3-point field goal. 8 points scored tonight by Daniel Bilbrey. 8 in the game for Wyatt Hargis. 7 through 3 quarters for Brody Coffey, and 1 for Rocco Carwile. For ClarkRange, they're being led by Jack Cordell with 18 points. 15 points for Brighton Swallows. 7 through 3 quarters for Lane Bird. 3 points for Bo Ramsey. 2 apiece for Justice Durham and Jay Tinch. That's our Smith Septic scoring summary through 3 quarters of play. Basketball belongs to Livingston to start the 4th quarter, as it'll be Hargis stepping out to throw in. Plays it into Coffey. Coffey now will bring the ball across the timeline. Coffey cutting to the rim, got it back, lays it up and in. Brody Coffey gave it up. Livingston ran the set, and Coffey free at the rim for his 9th point. Cordell, jumper on the left baseline, no good. Miller with the deflection. Miller in the front court, no look. Coffey, his layup rolling, no good. Followed by Hargis, is good. Wide Hargis running the floor, lays it up and in for his 10th point. Durham in the backcourt for ClarkRange. Now to Beatty. Beatty behind the back, tried to hit Swallows, but threw it away. Beatty going behind the back. Hargis took a hit. No call coming. Livingston extended the lead to 25, 72-47. Miller in the front court to Bilbrey. Now to Hargis on the left side. Hargis will drive. Hargis to the rim. Jumper no good. Bilbrey with the offensive rebound, back up no good. Daniel tries again, no good. Hargis another offensive rebound, and this time he's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on ClarkRange. Going to go on Justice Durham, picking up his 4th. So Durham picks up number 4, first foul in the 4th quarter. So this will put Wyatt Hargis on the free throw line. Wyatt, the 3rd player for Livingston to go into double figures on that jumper a few minutes ago, as they changed the possession arrow. They hadn't changed that. Hargis shooting 2 here with 7:10 to play in the 4th quarter. Hargis stepping up there. Free throws on the way, and good. Wyatt with 3 in the quarter. He's got 11 in the game. Hargis to shoot a 2nd free throw. This one's on the way. Good again. He shot the free throws pretty well tonight. 12 of 16 from the line of the Wildcats. That's 75%. I like it when it's an easy number where I can figure that out. Cordell to bring it front court. He'll lob it to Beatty. Beatty in the corner now to Swallows. Swallows dribbling. Works it inside. His fall away in the paint. Banking no good. Rebound tapped by Cordell, but Bilbrey will get to it. Numbers for Livingston. Bilbrey to Coffey. Layup good. Brody Coffey. Coffey running the floor. He's got 11 now for the Wildcats. That's 4 Wildcats in double figures. In the front court, Cordell. Cordell will pull up at the free. No, he kept the dribble. Cordell inside. Coffey got a piece of it, but Cordell went through it and laid it up and in. Jack Cordell with 20. Daniel Bilbrey 2 points away from all 5 starters having 20. That 3 by Miller's no good. Long rebound Beatty. Bilbrey took it away. Bilbrey now will bring it across the timeline. Daniel will drive, and as he goes, he's going to be pushed and fouled by ClarkRange. Foul on the Buffaloes with 6:22 to play in the 4th quarter. It's going to go on Chris Beatty, picking up his 2nd. Team 2nd here in the 4th quarter, as Rocco Carwile going to check back in. He'll replace Daniel Bilbrey. Drew Goolsby going to come back in. He'll replace Brody Coffey. Livingston to play the ball in on the sideline with Hargis stepping out to throw in to Miller. Miller now to Harris. Harris, high post to Carwile. Back to Harris. Cole going to drive. Cole gets inside. Shot blocked away by Bird, taken away by Cordell. Cordell into the front court, trying to draw a foul on Miller. Couldn't do so. Now tries to get it inside. Carwile tried to draw a charge. Jumper no good. Carwile gets the rebound. Then he's pushed down. And a foul going to be called on ClarkRange. Foul on the Buffaloes going to go on Jack Cordell, as he'll pick up his 4th. Team's 3rd here in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes gone in the quarter as Miller to play the ball in for Livingston. They've still got a foul to give before Livingston goes into the bonus. Inbounds goes to Goolsby. Goolsby now to Hargis. Hargis to Harris on the right side. Harris back to Hargis. Wide, 3-ball in the air. Good, wide, Hargis. Hargis with his first 3. He's got 15 points now for the Wildcats. Cordell at the right elbow. His jumper there, rim's no good. Cordell follows it up and lays it up and in. Jack Cordell with the layup there for ClarkRange. The official feigns tying a shoe to get the subs for Livingston in as Parker Beachboard checks in. Jagger Hammock checks in. Tucker Miller stays out there. Drew Goolsby stays out there. Rocco Carwile stays out there. Hammock into the front court for Livingston. Hammock now to Beachboard. Beachboard on the right wing. Hands off Goolsby. Goolsby fakes the handoff. Now to Hammock. Hammock will drive. Gets inside. Ball knocked away, but Hammock kept it. Now to Carwile. Carwile to Goolsby. Goolsby backs it back out to Miller to set the offense now for Livingston. Miller there at the half-court circle. Tucker pulls up. His jumper bouncing no good. Rebound taken away by Bird. Bird now to Tinch in the front court. Tinch on the baseline. Swallows. Swallows working in the corner now for ClarkRange. Steps around the screen. Gets in the paint. Carwile trying to deny that shot inside. I think he won't. No, they're going to call a push on Carwile. Carwile's like me. He thought he walked. Carwile will pick up his second. Team's first in the fourth quarter. Brighton Swallows going to go to the line to shoot 2 here. Or will it be 1? Should be 1 after he made the bucket if they'll give him the continuation. Swallows at the line. We'll see. Free throw here is good, so it is a 3-point play for Brighton Swallows. He's got 18 now as Brody Miller is checked in for Livingston, replacing Tucker Miller. Carwile going to be pushed and fouled by Cordell, and Cordell is fouled out. Jack Cordell will foul out for ClarkRange as he'll leave with 22 points. He'll foul out with 4:47 to play in the fourth quarter. Team foul number 4 on ClarkRange in the fourth quarter, so Livingston in the bonus for the next 4:47 as the inbounds goes to Hammock. Hammock between the circles for Livingston. Hammock with the left-hand dribble, drops it down low, tried to hit Carwile, but the pass taken away by Ramsey. Ramsey now to another new player in there. That's number 14, Brady Sitton. Steal there by Beachboard. Beachboard to the rim. Layup no good. Hammock with the offensive rebound. That one blocked away by Swallows. Brody Miller with it. Down low to Beachboard. He'll find Miller on the left side. His jumper banking no good. Rebound tapped up and controlled by Ramsey. Ramsey with the outlet to a new player in for ClarkRange. That's number 15. That is Tristan Taylor. It's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul going to be called on the Wildcats as it will go on Jagger Hammock. Hammock will pick up his first, team's second, but it will be free throws here for Tristan Taylor. Taylor at the line for the first time. Free throws on the way and good. Taylor has his first point. 4:17 to play in the fourth as Livingston gets number 45, Carter Harris, into the ballgame for the first time. He'll replace Rocco Carwile. Second free throw coming here from Taylor. This one's good as he makes them both. Tristan Taylor knocks down both free throws as Hammock will bring it front court. Hammock to Beachboard. Beachboard will drive back up top. Goolsby. Goolsby to the free throw line. Works his way inside. Jumper banking no good. Rebound taken away by Tinch for ClarkRange. Tinch now to Swallows. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Long lead pass deflected away by Hammock and out of bounds. Touch last by Livingston. It's going to stay with ClarkRange as they'll play it in on the left side. Ramsey stepping out to throw in as he plays it in to Taylor. Taylor back to Ramsey in the corner. Ramsey, high post, they go to Swallows. Swallows spins his way to his left hand. Jumper bouncing good. Brighton Swallows. Swallows 5 in the quarter. He's got 20 in the game. The front court with it is Harris, just left open from 19 feet, and he knocks it down. Carter Harris with his first 2. Cole's younger brother scores his first 2, and Livingston out again 81-58. Right side the jumper by Ramsey's no good. Rebound Hammock. Hammock quickly in the front court. Hammock on the baseline. Beachboard. Short corner jumper. Good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard has his first 2. Livingston continues to roll as the Wildcats lead it 83-58. Swallows in the corner. Taylor. Taylor up top to Ramsey. Left side they'll go with a 3-ball, which is no good by Sitton. Rebound out of bounds. Touch last by ClarkRange. It will go to Livingston Academy with 3:07 to play in the fourth quarter, and Harris stepping out to throw in. ClarkRange going to get another new player on the floor, number 10. Dyson Ripley will check in. Hammock in the front court for the Wildcats. Hammock now to Beachboard. High post they go to Goolsby. Goolsby in the corner to Hammock. Hammock gets inside. Floater is no good. Rebound going to be saved by Ramsey for ClarkRange. Long lead pass. They battle for it. I think Hammock may have touched it last, or did it go off Taylor? It went off Hammock. It's going to stay with ClarkRange. It'll be the Buffaloes to play it in, with Sitton stepping out to throw in. Plays it into Ramsey. Ramsey now cut off on the baseline by Harris. They'll skip it up top to Taylor. Taylor right side Tench. In the corner now to Sitton. Tench will drive. His jumper banking good. Jay Tench. Tench has his 4th point. 2.5 to play. Livingston is going to go to 5-2 on the season before they do, though. A timeout going to be called here to get Sawyer McBride onto the floor. ClarkRange also going to get number 55, Cedric Gunner, into the ball game for the first time. As it'll be Beachboard to throw in on the sideline for the Wildcats. Plays it into Hammock. Hammock dribbling between the circles. Hammock, high post, they go to McBride. McBride spins back to his left hand. Jumper's no good, but Tench will foul him, and Tench will pick up his first, team's 5th. So Sawyer McBride to the free throw line to shoot 2. McBride goes there with 2:21 to play, with Livingston leading 83-60. McBride looking for his first point. The free throw's no good. He'll have a second opportunity. Livingston's had 8 players to score. Make it 9 as McBride gets the roll on the second free throw to score his first point of the night. Tench in the front court now for ClarkRange. Tench on the left side, dribbling there for the Buffaloes. Tench will pick up that dribble to Taylor. Taylor now to Gunner. Gunner's pass knocked away by Miller, but Brody knocks it out of bounds, couldn't chase it down, and the basketball going to go back to ClarkRange as we approach 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Sitton stepping out to throw in to Tench. Tench now will bring it across the timeline there at the half-court circle. Tench double team, picks up the dribble. Hammock took it away. Jagger to the rim, right side layup good. Jagger, Hammock. Hammock with the steal and the finish. 10 Wildcats have scored. The front court with it is Sitton. Sitton dribbling up top. Goes inside now to Gunner. Gunner's jumper banking no good. Rebound Harris for Livingston. Harris looking to run. Long lead pass to Beachboard. Beachboard back to Harris on the left side. His jumper is no good. Harris gets his own rebound. Kicks it up top. Hammock. His 3 in the air is no good. Harris another offensive rebound. Harris spins to his left hand. Jumper banking no good. Rebound taken away by Sitton for ClarkRange. Now to Tench. Tench. Right corner Taylor. Tried to go back to Tench. Beachboard took it away. Hammock dribbled it off his knee. Just rolls it ahead trying to get it to Miller. Couldn't do so. And the basketball out of bounds. Going to give it back to ClarkRange. The Buffaloes play it in with 1:12 to play in the game as the inbounds goes to Sitton. Livingston going to sweep a pair of games here in ClarkRange tonight. The girls won 59-58. The boys well in control of this one, 86-60, and Hammock going to be called for the foul for the Wildcats. He'll pick up his second, team's 3rd here in the fourth quarter, so they've still got 1 to give before ClarkRange goes in the bonus. Stepping out to throw in will be Ripley. Ripley plays it into Taylor. Dangerous pass. Beachboard will take it away. Beachboard to the rim. Layup no good. But he's fouled by Brady Sitton and will go to the line to shoot 2. Will be Parker Beachboard. Beachboard going there with 55 seconds to play in the fourth quarter as he'll step up there for the Wildcats. Parker shooting 2. Free throws on the way. Rolling no good. He'll have a second opportunity. Dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way. This one's good. So Beachboard makes 1 out of 2. He's got 3 points as it will be Sitton to bring it front court. Just playing out the string now are these two teams as Sitton works it across the timeline. Lost control, got it back, and Hammock's going to be called for another foul. Hammock picks up his second in the same fashion. That's his 3rd, team's 4th here in the fourth quarter, and ClarkRange again to play it in with Ripley stepping out to throw in. Plays it backcourt to Sitton. Sitton now will step around the Taylor screen. Goes to Taylor. Taylor going to drive. Gets inside. Finds Tinch in the right corner. Tinch. High post Gunner. Gunner trying to bull his way in. His jumper's no good. Harris with the rebound. Outlet to Beachboard running. Beachboard to the rim. Left side layup good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard lays it up and in for his 5th point. Livingston with an 89-60 lead. Taylor in the front court. To Tinch on the right side. In the corner, Sitton. His 3 in the air is off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound taken away by Harris. Hammock. Bounce pass tried to hit Miller. Taken away by Tinch, though. Now Sitton. Sitton long pass ahead to Gunner on the other end. And Gunner's going to draw a block on Jagger Hammock. And Hammock has picked up his 4th. Team's 5th. And this will put Cedric Gunner on the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Buffaloes with 2 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Gunner going to the line looking for his first point of the night as he'll step up there for the Buffaloes. So Livingston's going to 5-2. ClarkRange is going to drop to 2-3 on the season. Gunner dribbling the basketball there. This one's on the way and good. Cedric Gunner in the books now for the Buffaloes as he'll shoot a second free throw. This one's on the way. Good again. So Gunner makes them both. Livingston will roll it in. Hammock will pick it up. He'll go to Harris. Harris from 30 feet will take the shot. It hit a banner, and the game will end right there. Your final score, Livingston Academy 89, ClarkRange 62. Time now for our final Smith Septic scoring summary. Smith Septic, call them before you have an issue with your septic service at 265-3575. We'll go down the scoring for ClarkRange. Justice Durham ends the night with 2 points. 3 points scored by Bo Ramsey. 4 points in the game for Jay Tinch. 22 points tonight for Jack Cordell. He led ClarkRange. 7 points for Lane Bird. 2 points tonight for Tristan Taylor. 20 on the night for Brighton Swallows. 2 tonight for Cedric Gunner to give them their total of 62. For Livingston, Rocco Carwile ends the night with 1 point. 11 points scored tonight by Brody Coffey. 15 in the game for Wyatt Hargis. 16 scored tonight by Cole Harris. 8 in the game for Daniel Bilbrey. 28 tonight for Tucker Miller to lead all scorers. He made 6 threes tonight, did Tucker. 2 points tonight for Jagger Hammock. 5 in the game for Parker Beachboard. 1 tonight for Sawyer McBride. 2 for Carter Harris to give Livingston their total of 89. Girls game, Livingston won that one 59-58. Boys complete the sweep with an 89-63 win over ClarkRange. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. For Tyler Maxwell, this is Craig Cantrell saying good night from ClarkRange High School.